I think that, first of all, the mom herself needs to know what she wants. And we were talking about priorities, right? And so the moms needs to prioritize themselves first. And if they cannot prioritize themselves, no matter what kind of DVD, no matter how motivating that YouTube video is, no matter how it says, this is the best exercise to help you to get a flat tummy in 8 weeks. Or myself, I coach moms, and no matter how much I can coach them, if the mindset is not there to take care of themselves first, it's really, really difficult. So the moms needs to know what is realistic for them too, right? Is this a realistic timing for them to work on themselves, right? Can they take out about 30 minutes a day for themselves? And I would say yes. I think all of us should have about 30 minutes for ourselves at the least. And it's just how you organize your time. How are you going to plan out your things? There's some unexpected things that will come up for sure, right? Maybe the baby is sick, you're sick. But at least can you dedicate that 30 minutes for yourself? And I'm not just talking about 1 week, not 2 weeks, maybe for several months. Because to see meaningful results, at least from what I see from my clients, a few months is definitely needed. There are a lot of friends around me too, like, oh, how do you get back in shape after baby? I wanted to get in shape, but so then they ask me, and then the next thing I know that they are joining maybe some programs, and maybe they're doing this YouTube video, or maybe they're joining this maybe once a week or twice a week. And I think those are all good, and they can be motivating, but at the same time, it's more about maintaining. Just maybe maintaining where you are at with some active movement, which is fantastic, and I think we all need it. But let's say if you have a goal, and the goal is to lose 20 pounds and also to heal your diastasis recti, a structured plan is definitely needed, and some accountability, knowing that you're not doing the wrong things, and knowing that you're actually progressing correctly and efficiently, because we don't want to waste time on doing the wrong things, right? Nobody wants to do that, and nobody has time for that. And so going to that directions, and so following a structured program is incredibly important at this stage, so that you're motivated, because if you're following a structured program versus you doing this YouTube, flipping through the next YouTube, you don't know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, everything looks about the same. But if you're following a structured program, you're gonna see results week after week. First week, wow, you know what? I feel better, I have a little bit more energy. Next week, oh, I lost 2 pounds. 3 weeks later, oh wow, my stomach is actually shrinking. So you're actually measuring your progress when you have a structure, and then having somebody to keep you accountable and support you through this journey, so that you can actually look back and be like, wow, I actually make progress, and then you're actually getting motivated, more motivated than before to continue. Because, motherhood is always something that is coming up, and it's so easy for anybody to just fall off the wagon, and like, I was sick and it's just been so hard, been very tiring that week. Everybody has that situation, I totally understand. And just like, okay, now how do we get back on it? And so how I coach my client, just like, it's life is adventure, life happens, and just get back into it. Don't feel guilt, don't feel shame, like it just happens. And then you just get back on it, continue. So me as a coach, this role is to really encourage the mom, okay, look at the progress you already made, continue, think about what's gonna happen in 1 month, 2 months, summer is coming, where do you wanna see yourself in the summertime? So painting that picture and vision, encourage them, giving them accountability, and reminding them that they are also a priority. As you're getting stronger, the baby's also getting stronger. Both of you are getting stronger, and then actually be able to do a lot of fun things together. If they have a specific goal, so for sure my expertise is in diastasis recti, but for any new moms who want to get back in shape, having that core weakness or back pain. So those are something that I definitely help. And so for me, I see 3 things are very important in a structured program. First thing is nutrition. Second thing is exercise. And the third thing is accountability. So those 3, you cannot miss one or the other, because you can do all the exercises, but if you are eating cereals every day and like maybe grabbing here and eating the food off your kid's table, you're not gonna see too much changes, and you will feel bloated and you won't feel that good. The exercise part will be good. And so those are 2 elements that has to go together, exercises and nutrition. And then with the accountability, somebody telling you that you're doing the right thing. I think that is also just an integral piece into it. Now, for the exercise itself, yes, so we were saying that like I was going back into cardio, hit and work out and like sweat. But the thing is, we don't want to do too much too soon. So we have to start from foundational piece, like building a house again. Like your tummy went through 9 months of changes, so it does take some time. You don't need to wait 9 months to start working out. No, and I don't suggest that. I think the earlier you start, even within the first 2 months postpartum, has so much benefits to your healing body. And I'm not talking about like cardios or weightlifting exercises. I'm gently talking about breathing exercises, pelvic floor exercises. So those will help you to be more in tune with your body and knowing like what's going on with my body. And so you can start doing them even on the bed when you're feeding your baby. And so that's something that you can start right away. And that's usually how I start my clients to be more in tune with their body, starting with breathing, some core exercises. And if they're doing well, then I move them on a little bit quickly. But if they are sort of like still feeling, they're disengaged with how they're feeling, then maybe we spend a bit more time there, right? And so then we will move them to some cardios, right? Cardio is great, but knowing how to use your core, it's important. Your form, your posture is so important. And then because we don't want it to do those exercises and you end up leaking and having back pain like myself, it's not pleasant, and so that wouldn't help. So learning how to move through those exercises through cardio, and later on in my program specifically would be strength training. So helping them to build muscles, to be more lean, to be more toned, and so that would be an program where, okay, it's holistic because I'm starting them from the ground up and building it up, and then once they graduate as a tummy warrior in my program, they can actually go back to all kinds of exercises they want, right? Because they know how to use the core now. They know how to have good form. So they're not gonna be afraid. A lot of moms are afraid too because they're feeling that they could hurt themselves. And so they are feeling strong, so strong that they can like jump on the trampoline with the babies. I think setting realistic expectations, knowing what your priorities are, and just don't be afraid to ask for help. And I think I would also, we're talking a lot about mother, but like I would also encourage the husband and the loved ones around her to pay some more attention to the mom. All the attention goes to the baby, right? Like, oh, baby's so cute, everything, all buying all the stuff for the baby. But the mother, mental health is everything. The mother is the center of a house. So if the mother is well, everybody is well. So I would encourage like people around her, communicate with her, ask her how she's feeling, not just like, oh, what do you want to eat today? Like, ask her how are you feeling? Like, how are you actually feeling? Let's talk about it. Now, so then they can actually, if needed, they can actually ask for help together. Whether it's like it's a little bit too late already. So yeah, and I think I would encourage mother, don't feel shame, don't feel guilt that you're not good enough. You're absolutely the perfect mother for your baby, and believe in yourself that you can do amazing. You're doing an amazing job, and then that's the message I wanted to send to our mothers here. Thanks.
That's it for this episode of Insights. We will see you next time.